A U.S. carrier strike group is now entering Middle East waters. The deployment is in response to rising tensions in the region.
The story opens across the wide expanse of the Indian Ocean, where the calm surface contrasts sharply with the power moving beneath it. The USS Abraham Lincoln, one of the U.S. Navy's most formidable aircraft carriers, slices through the water with its full strike group in formation. On deck, F-18 Super Hornets sit armed and ready, crews moving with precision. U.S. Central Command confirms the carrier has entered its area of responsibility, framing the deployment as routine and defensive. Yet analysts note the timing is anything but ordinary. With tensions rising between Washington and Tehran, this arrival represents more than presence. It is a reminder of American reach. History shows that when a carrier like the Lincoln appears, it is rarely without strategic intent. Allies take notice, adversaries reassess, and the global audience understands that something serious is unfolding. Above the carrier, US F-18 fighter jets launch into the sky, engines roaring as they form tight formations before breaking into aggressive aerial maneuvers. Sharp banking turns, high-speed passes, and simulated strike runs send a clear message across the region. Military experts explain that such operations are designed not only for training, but also for visibility. This is power projection, meant to be seen, tracked, and understood. Pentagon officials stop short of calling it a warning, but regional observers interpret it as calculated pressure on Iran. The U.S. Navy emphasizes freedom of navigation and regional stability, yet the choreography of the flight patterns tells a deeper story. Every maneuver signals readiness. Every radar ping confirms capability. In modern geopolitics, these aerial displays often speak louder than words, shaping decisions long before any official action is announced. The focus then shifts thousands of miles away to Washington, where President Donald Trump weighs his next move. Known for blending economic pressure, diplomatic unpredictability, and military leverage, Trump now has a powerful tool positioned near Iran. Officials say the president has been briefed on a range of options, from continued sanctions and diplomacy to limited military responses if provoked. The presence of the Abraham Lincoln Strike Group gives him flexibility and leverage, reinforcing what aides describe as a strategy of deterrence through strength. Publicly, the administration insists it seeks no war with Iran. Privately, sources suggest the carrier deployment is meant to influence Tehran's calculations. With elections, global markets, and U.S. credibility all in play, the decision carries enormous consequences far beyond the region. In Tehran, the response is swift but measured. Iranian state television downplays the U.S. deployment, calling it psychological warfare and insisting Iran will not be intimidated by military displays. Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei reiterates Iran's resistance narrative, portraying Washington as the aggressor. Yet behind the scenes, Iranian military and intelligence officials closely monitor every U.S. movement. Radar systems track aircraft. Naval units remain on heightened alert. Analysts note that Iran understands the symbolic weight of the Lincoln's presence, recalling past confrontations where missteps led to rapid escalation. While public messaging emphasizes defiance, internal discussions focus on avoiding direct conflict while preserving deterrence. The tension between rhetoric and reality grows sharper as both sides attempt to project strength without triggering open war. Across the Middle East, the ripple effects are immediate. U.S. allies in the Gulf quietly welcome the carrier's arrival, seeing it as reassurance amid regional instability. Energy markets react with volatility as traders price in the risk of disruption. Diplomatic channels buzz as European and regional powers urge restraint, warning that escalation could destabilize the entire region. Meanwhile, U.S. naval operations continue steadily, underscoring that the deployment is not symbolic alone. It is operational. Warships patrol key routes, aircraft maintain readiness, and intelligence assets collect non-stop data. The region holds its breath, aware that history has shown how quickly a single incident can ignite a broader crisis. As darkness falls, floodlights illuminate the deck of the USS Abraham Lincoln, where fighter jets stand poised for immediate action. Sailors move with quiet urgency, fully aware of the stakes. Officially, the mission is deterrence. Unofficially, it is preparation for any outcome. Washington insists it seeks stability. Tehran vows resistance. Between these opposing narratives lies uncertainty and risk. Analysts warn that while both sides may wish to avoid war, pressure, miscalculation, or misinterpretation could change everything in an instant. For now, the carrier remains on station, the jets remain fueled, and the world watches closely. The question is no longer whether power is present, but how and if it will be used.